Welcome. This is the week, well, Friday and the weekend messages for all signs of Zodiac. I hope you're doing okay. How's your week going? It's a full moon tomorrow because I'm recording this on Thursday, so got full moon eclipse. So and it's in what is it in? Aries, I think. No, Scorpio. Apparently it's going to be mad. It's going to be a mad one. Right, I'm not going to go into it. I might do a separate video on that tomorrow. So we're doing Lover's Oracle for our relationship messages. We're going to do messages from the angels. There's female angels in this as well, so I quite like it because it's got feminine and masculine energies. I'm going to use the Brian Froud deck for our state of mind, because I think that's quite interesting actually, using that. I'm going to use the Blunt Truth deck to see what your person's thinking about, whoever your person might be. Could be anyone that you know. And yeah, and so this deck's going to be what's spirit helping you with, like what are spirit supporting you with at this time. And then we're using my deck, the Deeper Consciousness Oracle deck, for the wise advice from Guru. You know, what would a wise Guru be sort of advising you at this point? And Guru really is a manifestation of Source. So all those messages are of that vibration. And of course, Source is within you. You are your own Guru. Yeah, and if you want to buy the deck, just contact me. It's not too much money to send abroad if you are abroad, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we'll go into Taurus. I'm drinking rose petal tea today. That's what I switch between. I switch between rose petal and chamomile at the moment during the morning when I'm working. And I've got my new Wednesday Addams mug. So I was quite pleased about that. I think I got that last week. Okay, so we'll go into the first message then. Let's have a look at your state of mind first of all, and it's for Taurus. So if you know your astrology chart, you may resonate with a few of the different star signs. Taurus then. Taurus. Okay, they are talking about taking things slow. Okay, looking into things, right? There's two bits of information here about your state of mind. You see Gilbert walking around. He's such a cheeky devil, he's looking for food. Yeah, they're talking about you slowing down at the moment. And really, you know, you're being sort of cautious, you're being careful, you're being slow, you're being more like thoughtful about what it is you do, and looking into things, looking into the energy before you do it. So it's actually a very wise energy, you know. So that's sort of your state of mind, which is very good. Okay. Let's have a look at your relationship message. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Because you sort of think, oh, I don't want to do the wrong thing. But actually everything you do you do it for a reason, because you're sort of compelled. And it does help you understand yourself more and understand your spiritual path on a deeper level. So they're saying as well, there's a situation here, and actually, to be quite honest with you, I don't think it matters what you do. That's what I feel. I don't think it actually matters what you do. You can't really do right or wrong, because something's probably predestined for you. You've got here the Four of Wands, which is celebrations, and the Queen of Wands, which means you're very attractive at the moment, or you're very attracted to somebody. Well, it's your energy. I'd say you're very attractive to somebody right now with the Queen of Wands energy. That's Queen of Wands. No, sorry, that's the Queen of Wands there. Yeah, it indicates that somebody's very attracted to you. And Four of Wands indicates more stability within yourself, coupled with the Queen of Wands. I mean, Taurus, you're on fire at the moment. You're on fire, really. It's like you've kind of found yourself. You found your flow. This is a good time for you, the next few days. You're connecting to somebody with the Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords, basically, they're fast movers. They get triggered easily. They tend to cut off from emotions. They do have some demons, but with the Knight of Swords energy, they're equipped to deal with any of their demons, believe it or not. Yeah. And that's indicated by the card that I just saw at the bottom of the deck, which is Temperance. And that is all about healing and balance. So somebody here who tends to be very triggered easily and act very quickly or coldly, who's also attracted to you, there's some kind of healing that's going on with them at the moment, and a bit more of a balance that's going on. Or are you going to listen to me? So I don't know who that is, whether that's the same person or someone else. Perhaps this person hasn't felt very heard and understood in their life, you know. I think you would hear this person because your state of mind is very much grounded now. It's very much grounded. The wise advice from Guru is move in the matrix but stay rooted in spirit. Okay, very wise advice. It's kind of like the advice of go about your daily life, do your responsibilities, do the activities that you sort of have to do. Like if you're invited to a celebration, somebody's birthday, you know, there's just certain things that happen, you know. But if you stay rooted in spirit, you don't really go out looking for loads of distractions. You just stay very much with what spirit seems to, you know, what your priorities are each day. And that's living a much more spiritual life, because then we're not going out in loads of weird directions, which is kind of coming from ego rather than spirit. It's like you're really getting this sort of lifestyle now that's more spiritual, and that's probably why you're more grounded and you're more attractive, because your energy is much better. So you can go and do certain things, but you're not getting compelled to do crazy stuff anymore or too much, because you've got that energy at the beginning. So there's a slowing down here for Taurus. There's a wisdom. You've kind of found yourself. It's making you very attractive. Somebody is going to start mirroring your energy, and they're slowing down a bit and they're healing a bit. They're still definitely triggered by you and wanting you. You can't really make any mistakes with this situation. It's like something is predestined for you. Now you have got here an angel or somebody in spirit, and it's a feminine energy, and it's saying, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So there's a message. It's like somebody in your you know, somebody that passed the spirit is supporting Taurus at this time, because there's a relationship here that has been going through twists and turns. You've just grounded now, and somebody who's a bit crazy, it feels like they've got more of a crazy energy, perhaps how you used to be, but you've gone through your milestones and you're not like that anymore. I feel this person in spirit bringing you together, it's sort of predestined. So that's why you can stay rooted in spirit, because they're saying you don't have to actually make this happen now. You don't have to really do anything to make it happen. It's sort of happening, you know, because it's predestined. So that's the message I'm getting from spirit for you, for Taurus. Okay. So we'll go into Virgo. Let's see Virgo's state of mind for the weekend, Friday and the weekend. Initiation. Okay, so this full moon will be very powerful for all of us, but it could be particularly powerful if you have Virgo in your chart. Initiation, you're getting taken through some sort of spiritual initiation at the moment. So fundamental changes going on for you. I sense you dropping certain karmic patterns, maybe really changing the way you live your life a lot. And this full moon is really encouraging big change. And it's kind of a cycle that we've been through previously, apparently. Back in 2000, what was it, 2005, I think they said. So something that you were sort of going through 2005, it's sort of a similar process that's happening for you. A good process, I would say. Only time will tell. Okay, so they're trying to get you to be patient at this time while they take you through this initiation. So Spirit obviously knows what they're doing with you. They're not going to give it away right now. They're taking you through a series of initiations. Okay. You've got the Ace of Cups, brilliant. You've got the Eight of Cups. I couldn't say it then. Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups, yeah. You see, that's it. You are going through a transformation. You are walking away from something that you were doing. And it would be a karmic pattern that you had. And now you're moving away from it, okay? Because of self-love. Because Ace of Cups is, you know, the heart chakra of the tarot. So it means that you are, this is your energy, you're finding love within yourself. You're living more from the heart rather than your mind. Okay, this is the journey you're on. And, you know, when we live from the heart, we're more closer to spirit. We're more closer to our real nature. That's what we're here to become, our true selves. We're here, that's really the only reason we're here, is to become the true energy that we are. You know, not to need to get that energy from someone else, but just to be our true energy on our own. And then once you get that, you know, you can walk away from things that you don't need anymore, because it's like, I was doing these things because I thought it made me who I was, and now I'm realising it was just actually a period of my life where I was doing those things, because at the time it was part of my journey of discovery and shadow work and stuff. But now I don't need to do those things, because I've discovered that it doesn't really define me anymore, you know. So there is an initiation going on for Virgo. It's quite deep, but I feel a sense of like you're ready. I feel like you're ready for this. I feel there's greater peace and contentment coming for you over the weekend because of this. The great thing is you're connecting into somebody with the Strength cards, okay? So because you're now facing your demons and saying, I don't really need to hold on to these patterns or habits, because I'm not sort of so scared anymore, or I don't need it, I can release it. You'll then someone's energy is matching yours better, because you're coming into your strength, they're coming into their strengths. The Strength card is about mastery over the light and the dark, balance, there's a sense of somebody not forcing things anymore, not pressuring, somebody relaxing more, somebody being in a much better balance than they were previously. And it's the same thing for you. Okay, so they've got the cards, I'm avoiding our connection. And I think that's because, a bit like you, they're going through these initiations and you've got to kind of step back and let them go through this, you know? Because, you know, Spirit wants us to all find our highest and best. I don't think they'll go far. But at the moment, their priority is to really come into their balance, really come into their energy better. And the same for you. So if you're having a bit of a time apart from someone, or something doesn't feel like it's clicking at the moment, have patience, like the first card said. Because once you come through this initiation, it will all start to click better. The wise advice from Guru is people and objects block consciousness, okay? People and objects block consciousness, which is, you know, it's a bit of a controversial statement, but I just decided to put it in there really bluntly because you have to be real. And people, everyone, we've all got ego, you know, and objects as well give rise to our ego. You know, because if we get into an object too much, it can bring up our vasanas, our desires, addictions. We get distracted into a different type of energy sometimes, a lower type of energy, you know, alcohol, whatever. You know, and attachments as well. And it's not serving our highest and best, because it's, all right, that some of those things might be fun, but, you know, the Guru is basically saying, just remember, be wise. Don't spend too much time with somebody or too much time on one particular thing, because it ends up blocking your own consciousness, because you're spending too much time connecting with stuff out there and not connecting in here with source. So I feel this is the sort of breakthrough that you're already making, that you know now that actually it's more wise for you to connect in here than it is to be trying to please others out there. It's quite powerful. This could be a very powerful full moon for Virgo here. You've got a feminine angel, so it's some sort of feminine energy, spirit energy. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. So there may be some expert advice or whatever that you're going to get. And I also do feel that you're going through an initiation at the moment that is deeper in the heart, deeper in your source. And then what you'll find is a lot more clarity comes from that. You'll get a lot more clarity, you know, following this sort of period of time. So the clarity will come, because obviously the closer you get to spirit, you'll get their messages much more clear. Okay, so that's the message for Virgo. So we'll go into Capricorn now. I'm just going to take a sip of my rose petal, and we're gonna do Capricorn. Okay. Your state of mind. There's something about you wanting to protect vulnerable people, or you may find yourself that vulnerable people are sort of tend to be they tend to sort of be drawn to you, or find comfort in you, you know. What that means is like that does happen to you, But it is Spirit really trying to urge you to look at, you know, rather than helping vulnerable people, like help your own vulnerabilities. And there are no vulnerabilities really within you because you're just source. So that's what they're pointing to, is you to go deeper into your source rather than focusing on other people's vulnerabilities. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Oh dear. Sometimes the challenges seem so much, but that's only because we're all going through this process of purging to, you know, fully self-realise eventually. That's the aim, isn't it? To fully self-realise, find our, you know, connect with our source. So we've got to go through all this purging and stuff, and we have to go through these challenges, because if we don't, we're not going to purge enough. So, you know, we have to go through that process, and that takes time. It's not an overnight process, it's a gradual process. So if you think of it like that, you know, even your relationships that have been challenging and are challenging, they are really serving you. They're really serving you. Because there's somebody vulnerable that gets drawn to you. And you know that, but I think you all are also now realising that that is where you were keeping yourself vulnerable, and now it's time to go deeper into your source, where there's no vulnerability. Yeah, you've got Queen of Swords energy. So where you've been hurt, where you've been taken advantage of, where you've been manipulated, that's no more, you know, that's no more happening to Capricorn in this soul family, you know, because you're just like, you're done with it, you know, you're done with it. So you're separating yourself off from an old karmic pattern that you had. You know, we don't have to cut people out of our lives. It's more about cutting out our own karmic patterns and disintegrating them, because there's no fear what will happen when I let go of this pattern that I've been locked in. It is frightening. I've been doing it all year, but actually it's not frightening when you do it, because then you realise, like, oh my God, there's so much abundance underneath our karmic patterns when we just let them go, when we've got the courage, you know. And karmic patterns are sort of they are a little bit like addictions, if you like, in a way, and we sort of, the ego, we sort of wanting to cling on to them, but Spirit is showing here that you're removing something. Capricorn, you're removing something. It's time to, everything's clicking for you, and it's like, oh, I get it now. The challenges have been here, the vulnerable people have been here, they've all been showing me what I need to do, which is to remove my own vulnerabilities, my own patterns that I've been familiar with and carrying on. And you've got the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is progress. You know, you are progressing now. Things are progressing after a time that's probably been really quite frustrating and out of balance. You know, you probably haven't put yourself first for a long time, and you probably weren't receiving what you deserved, you know, but you're progressing from that time now. Now you're coming into contact with somebody with Page of Pentacles energy, and Page of Pentacles energy means they need to apply themselves. They need to apply themselves, and if they do that, they are going to do very, very well. And this person is either strongly bonded to you, if it's a family member or a friend, or they're actually very attracted to you. And they do need to apply themselves at the moment. And if they do that, they're going to come on leaps and bounds. Oh my God. There is somebody that's got a lot of sexual thoughts about you, right, Capricorn? So who that is, I don't know. It could be that person. I mean, for me, the Page of Pentacles is a sexual card, believe it or not. Because well, it doesn't have to be sexual, but it's a very passionate card. It's somebody who's very passionate about what they're doing. And that's why they can get a bit distracted sometimes, and they lose focus because they're so excited and passionate, you know. Now, the wise advice from Guru, the Matrix is distracting you. All right. So don't let the Matrix distract you at this time. It will try to do that, but you're doing so well. I do think there's such a breakthrough here. There's going to be little distractions where you notice yourself slipping back into old habits, but you very quickly say, no, I don't need to now because I'm being really, really like hot on my own progress. Let's see what the spirit is supporting you with. I saw opal. Okay. Some of you might have children in spirit and they're being looked after by God, okay? Just had to pass that on because that was just the card that I saw. Another feminine energy here. We keep getting feminine energies. I am the angel of families. A happy change or an addition is coming to your family. That's amazing. That's really amazing. So, you know, this really could be to do with soul family. Some of you might be finding a new soul family member. Doesn't have to be a baby. Because families to me is soul family. You know, the people that are our caregivers may not be part of our soul family anymore, but some of them may be. Some of them, sometimes we fragment off soul family, or certain parts of the family break off because they don't keep evolving with the rest of the soul family because they're not sorting their karma out, you know. But your soul family can include biological people. It can include people that brought you up, but it obviously can include all sorts of other people. So there's something here to do with your soul family. Somebody is part of your soul family. And maybe that's what you're realising now. And that's why they're not going away anywhere. Right, let's go into Aquarius. I'm going slowly again today. The energy is very slow, but it's much clearer than yesterday for me. Right, so Aquarius, there's some healing that is going on to do with the past. So that's going to be stuff you're purging out, you know. That's going to be inner child stuff, like what's your inner child fearful of, you know. It's getting cleared on this full moon energy, this full moon eclipse. So don't worry about it too much. If you feel horrible, if you feel pain body coming up, there's just some old stuff, and it might not even be to do with your inner child being scared. You might know what it is anyway. And it's like, look, you know, when you feel like a bit crappy for a couple of days or however a few hours, Spirit's doing it. We don't have to worry about it so much. Spirit's doing it. So let Spirit do it and focus on whatever you can focus on. Sometimes it means you've got to go sleep. Sometimes it means, you know, it makes working really difficult. So just pace yourself, whatever. You know, sometimes just watch a silly film, whatever it is. Something's being cleared out for Aquarius. And it's something to do with the past. Okay, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and I love you. Okay, so there's a message there for somebody. Okay, somebody loves someone. And it could be that they love you. Or it could be that they're trying to send a message through for somebody else that you know. Okay. Like I'm saying, if it's a family member or friends that, I don't know. But anyway, somebody is thinking of somebody, they love them and they're trying to get the message across. Okay, you've got the Queen of Swords. You're learning to separate off from the past. You're learning to separate off from maybe other people's issues. with the Queen of Swords, because Queen of Swords is about separation. It can also represent grief, that somebody is grieving, you know, and it might be your energy here, because this is, to be honest with you, it is your energy, because this is for you. This part of the reading is for you. This is your energy, Queen of Swords. So it's about removing things. I feel it's to do with the past, but also standing in your power, you know, and being more boundaried. But there could be some grief, some sort of grief that's, like I said, just don't worry about that too much. Just try not to think about it, because that just feeds it worse. It is better to just let spirit do it. And you've got the Hangman. It's like they're keeping you a bit stuck at the moment, or there's not much movement here, because they're trying to get you to realise a few things, you know. Ooh, you've got somebody with the Lovers card. This person could be a bit torn. They could be at a crossroads and they're deciding, which way do I go? They could be very much attracted to you, but they sort of know that they can't find themselves in you, because they have to find themselves in themselves. That they could be on a journey to find themselves, but along the way they've become attracted to you. You know? Oh, look at this. You're in my dreams. It's quite a I feel it is quite a mystical connection. Okay. The wise advice from Guru then. Okay, guilt is of the ego. So there could be some guilt that's being purged out. You know, like when I talked about grief, because actually guilt can be a form of grief, actually. Can be. So you've also got the message about not letting their ego attach to you. So if there's somebody here that's a bit torn, you know, or whatever, they've got issues here, they are attracted to you, but don't let their ego get too attached, because their ego could try to, you know, I don't think you will. I don't think you will let their ego attach and manipulate you or use you. I think you're really being held strong by spirit to awaken at the moment and stand in your power. Archangel Uriel. So this is what your spirit guides are supporting you. If it's a masculine energy in spirit, your emotions are healing, and that enables you to open to greater love, and it will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. Wow, there's a spiritual being that's helping you to release emotions on this full moon. So, you know, like I said before, just let them do it. Just try to distract yourself when it's happening. That's what I try to do now. I know it's hard, because when you're purging, your mind can go 100 miles an hour, because you don't like the feeling and you just start to loop on it, like mentally. But it is better if you can distract yourself, because it will pass much more quickly. Spirit knows exactly what they're doing with you. Okay, we're going to Gemini. I'm taking ages this morning. One thing about me, I've never been able to do anything fast. It's a God's honest truth. I was not brought in on a fast energy. No, I wasn't. I can tell you that now. That is my true essence. Okay, time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Okay, so there is something here to do with time. And it's funny that I just brought up about time. And then that card came through. You know, everything's happening in good time here. That you're on a trajectory, you're on a course that's predestined, and it's all basically unravelling in the right way. Oh, look at that. You got the Friends card. You've got a beautiful energy around you, and it is your state of mind as well that you do just want good people around you that you trust right now. And anyone of not of that vibration will you just won't really entertain. Spirit may also be revealing to you at this time who is really part of your soul family. It's lovely, really lovely energy for you next Friday and weekend. You've got the Hierophant, which is the guru. Okay, a bit of a naughty guru in this picture. But one of my favourite cards in the tarot, the guru, because we are our own guru. You know, the guru is within our source. And you're coming home to your source. You really are coming home to your source, and you really are committed to your own spirituality, your own path, your own aims and goals, you know, and you have got a real more of a friendship vibe going on here. You know, it's like kindness. You just want kindness. You just want spirituality. You know, you've got Knight of Cups. You're arriving. You are arriving in your source. Okay, there's something going on for Gemini here on this full moon where you're letting go of anything that, any patterns, any habits that, you know, these are the karmic patterns that you sort of know don't resonate with you anymore. And you're sort of really becoming your own friend. You're really arriving in your source, because source doesn't have any patterns or habits or anything, does it? It's just, well, it's just pure source. You're finding yourself, and it's all happening at a predestined time. You should feel peaceful. Your person has the Hermit. Okay, so there's somebody connected to you that is very much alone at the moment. They're very much assessing things. They're very much, they've got a similar energy to you, in the sense that they're searching for their source inside themselves rather than what's going on out there. Their level of consciousness is raising at this time. They're quite content, I feel, and you're quite content. There is a card here, a message for somebody saying, I want to make this work. Okay, so whatever that means to you. Okay, let's have a look at your message from Guru. Okay, the Matrix is trying to keep you stuck in a low vibration. So just, I think there's some realizations here for Gemini in terms of what the Matrix has been trying to do to you. You know, the distractions, the naughty vibrations that try to tempt us into samsara. And I think you're waking up, you're really realizing, I actually don't need this really, because it was kind of blocking me a bit. So this is good. Okay, and then you've got these two cards just came out. There's something to do with a child, all right? There's a child being protected, and it could be a child in spirit, but maybe it's a child connected to you that's not in spirit, and this child is being looked after. You've also got the card that your emotions are healing, and it enables you to open up to greater love. There is a spiritual being that is helping you to release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. So maybe on this full moon, you're going to notice some purging going on, and stuff to do with unforgiveness, stuff to do with, you know, anger, or I don't know, just anything that you don't need, basically, pain body, just being released on this full moon, and it's opening you up to the heart chakra more. And also you've got here a feminine energy in spirit. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So it is looking at, there's definitely a theme running here for Gemini about not becoming negative. It's about just being neutral. And sometimes that is hard when we've got a lot of pain body, and that's why we're all on the road to releasing the pain body. You know, because once we release as much pain body as we possibly can, we start to become lighter. And when we're lighter, our energy becomes brighter, you know, and it's a much more spiritual vibration, but it's got to be natural. You can't fake it. I've tried a few times, it just does not work. So there's something going on with Gemini at the moment that you are being healed. You are basically being encouraged to be high vibrational, but it's all happening in time, good time, and you're arriving. You're sort of really arriving, okay? Let's go into Libra. Okay. Oh, right. So, Libra, you could be quite busy, but you're going to have fun. That's nice, isn't it? You're having more fun at the moment. This is good. Okay, there is somebody that might want to send you a message, because I just saw that at the bottom of the deck. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your dreams by what you think, dream and imagine, or you create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine. I don't completely agree with that, you know, because my spiritual belief is about, you know, everything's kind of predestined really, and there's just some doors that just don't open to us. But then on the other hand, if we want to unlock doors, if there are certain doors that we want to unlock, the best way that we can do that is by really embodying our true energy and being high vibrational, right? So there's obviously something going on here for Libra where you are becoming more high vibrational, and it's natural, it's authentic. And they're just telling you to stop thinking about the past, just be in the present moment, because anything is possible. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Wow. Spirit is saying that you now have the knowledge, not just the knowledge, but you have the ability now to put into practice all of the spiritual things you know of how you want to live your life, you know? And you've known for quite a while and could visualise it, but could you actually put it into practice? No. Because you probably still had a lot of pain body, a lot of ego. I know I was like that. The last 4 years, even, you know, 4 years ago, no, not 4, but definitely 3 years ago, I sort of had quite a lot of knowledge spiritually, but I couldn't really put it into practice because I was purging all the time. My ego kept wanting me to go crazy and do crazy stuff. So it was hard to really put into practice my spiritual path. But now you're at a point where you can, okay, you can do this now. And it might not just be to do with your spiritual path, maybe it is to do with your life purpose, and your skills are really, you're really ready to go on something now. And the great thing is you've got the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands really does represent the beginning of inspiration, a beginning of an opportunity that Spirit is basically handing you, and you are now in a position to action it. You are. How cool is that? Right, let's see your person. I can hear Alexa going off in the other room. So I take that as a sign that Spirit is kind of just saying, yes, yes. You know, you can do this now. There's something that you might have felt you couldn't do previously because you were doing all that purging work, and now you can do it. So have faith, more faith in yourself now. Your person's got the Hermit card. So they are very much single, very much alone. They are healing at this time, and you probably need to give them a bit of space and patience, and that might annoy you. There is no such thing as time in spiritual truth, is there? This person's level of consciousness is raising the more they heal. And they do miss you. You know, they may miss someone else as well, but they're saying they miss you. You know, maybe there's family members or other people they got separated off from, I don't know. Spirit is, the wise message from Guru, right? The wise message is to accept what Spirit wants for you. Because Spirit basically wants things for you. Because Spirit knows, you know, the path you're on. Spirit knows exactly the experiences you need so that you can fully realise yourself and really step into your power. And sometimes these challenges don't make any sense to us, do they? And we think, Jesus, you know, why? But, you know, over time it does make more sense. And then you're just like, oh, I get it now. Because if your ego is not getting what it wants, that feels very painful. And your inner child can feel really upset over that, because you can feel like a failure, or you can feel very alone. But then actually, if once you push through that fear and you face those demons, my God, you really get to your source. You really do become empowered. And that's what this is about. And that's what this channel's about. That's what Awakening Tarot, our soul family is about. You know, we're here to step into our power, not just stagnate, you know, being needy for the rest of our lives. You know? So acceptance is a very deep and difficult thing to do, but the more you practice it, I tell you, one day you will wake up and you will go, oh my God, I actually do accept it now. I do accept my life the way it is now, and I'm actually like quite joyful. So it does come. You've got here Indriel. This is the feminine energy and spirit. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So that's what's going on for Libra at the moment, isn't it? You know, like, we're beginning to shine. We're having more fun. We know what we're doing now, and we can just really work it. Okay, what can I say? It's good. Right, let's go into Leo. Let's have a bit more of my tea. Oh dear. Leo. Friday and the weekend. Ooh. Okay, something needs to be deconstructed. Something needs to be pulled apart, because it's got to be looked at, and it will make more sense when you put it back together. There's a different way you could put things back together, and it'll be like, oh, yay. Yay, this is so much better, right? Okay. And it's your mental state, right? So this will have been karmic and all sorts, there's all sorts going on. And it's like you may have had to step away from certain patterns or habits, face some demons, deconstruct everything, so that once you've done that, you can rebuild it back up. And it doesn't mean you've got to rebuild it back up completely different. It might be the same. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, oh, now I've got rid of my own problems, my own demons. Actually, I can deal with this situation now. The exact same situation can feel completely bearable and comfortable just because of what you've done, just because of the work you've done. So romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So something being, your life being deconstructed, taking it back to basics, so that stuff will just click for you again, really. And I think it will click really easily once you put it all back together. And you've got romance. So you're attractive right now. You've got victory, and you've got destiny. Oh, you're on fire at the moment, Leo. You're going to feel very successful and pleased over the weekend. You've made a breakthrough, and it's predestined at this time for you to make this breakthrough. No question. And you were probably waiting and waiting and waiting for this. Waiting and waiting. But here it is. Finally, I'm pleased for you. Life is turning for the better now. Somebody here, 10 of Wands. They are very determined. They have a very determined energy. They probably felt very tired. They felt very tired because they were very burdened. Very, very burdened. Very, very tired. But it's come out in reverse. So this person now is picking up. This person's picking up. Okay? Hey, look, he's picking her up. So that's really interesting. Okay, I've got gardens out there. I don't know if you can hear that. They're just doing the communal area outside here. So, sorry if it's a bit distracting. Okay, this person says, I know that you are the one I want to spend my life with. Amazing. So there's somebody here that is, something's picking up big time. This is predestined. After a period where things have felt stuck or tiring, boom, there's a shift. There is a shift for both of you. Wow. Let's have a look at wise advice from Guru. Move in the matrix, but stay rooted in spirit. Yeah, there's certain things you have to go out and do. Okay, there is certain things you need to go out and do, which, you know, there are responsibilities, are chores and things like that. But you always stay rooted in spirit. That's what spirit is making you realise. And as you stay rooted in spirit, that's your source. It gives you so much better power and energy. It is the source of all abundance. It's from, everything flows from there. There's definitely a breakthrough here for Leo at the moment. And you've got Aurora. It's a feminine energy in spirit. You are flying high right now. Yeah. So that's the energy I'm getting for Leo. You may threaten others. Okay. But don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. Yeah. So there's something energetically happening for you. It's shifting. Things are going to be improving. Things are going to slot into place. There is love there. Some people might be a bit jealous of you. Okay, we'll go into Aries. Right, your state of mind. Spirit dancer, how beautiful. Look how free. Look how expressive, how creative that energy is. Oh, you know, you're just like, you're living life through source. You know, source is just shining through Aries right now. You're liberated from something. It doesn't have a grip on you anymore. You are totally free. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. Yes, creating new room for new opportunities, new possibilities for your life. You're being freed up energetically. You know, we don't have to become free necessarily in the external world to become free in here. The true freedom's in there, and that's what I sense of Aries happening. That means, yes, your reality will start to reflect the same thing. Because you're free of some kind of, I don't know, it's like either it was a lower vibrational thing, it was a karmic pattern, you know, whatever you want to call it. And you're free of it now. You're free. It's like, boom, something just clicked, you connected into your source, and now you're liberated. And so everything's fresh, everything's new. But it doesn't have to mean new people. It means that you're new and revitalised. So that can revitalise current relationships, or it could be new relationships, but it could be current stuff that's going to get revitalised, you know. You've got strength cards. That's exactly right. You're coming into your mastery, Aries. You've got much better mastery over your light and dark, much better balance. You know, you're moving with spirit, with grace. You're not forcing things. You're letting things flow from spirit. So clever when you can do that. You've got the King of Cups as well, which means, you know, you are so aligned with your spirit guides at the moment. You're so aligned. It's getting easy for you, easier and easier for you to live your life exactly how you want to live it. You've got a Knight of Wands here. This is somebody that could have departed, you know. They could have departed. There's somebody that's very fiery, okay. There's somebody that takes risks or has taken risks. There's somebody that is reactive, passionate. They yearn for sort of adventure or freedom. They say, we are on hold, but I'm coming back for you. I was going to say, they could have departed, they could be coming back. You know, and then it says it there. So it's kind of amazing. Because Knight of Wands does really mean departure normally, but I feel there's somebody that floats around or something, and well, let's just say with the energy you've got right now, Aries, you don't have to force anything. You don't even have to manifest anything. Somebody will just be just like riding around on their horse around and around you because they're just like beguiled by this energy that you've got. Yeah, the wise advice from Guru is stay still, because stillness is consciousness. You know, when we are basically still, that is, we're basically in our source. The mind's still and the body's still. We're in our source. It is the most powerful energy. There is no more powerful energy than that. And that's what I feel you're sort of mastering. I always used to say, let your energy do the talking, you know. Don't chase attract. You know, let your energy do the talking. And it's so true. And I sort of understand it on an even deeper level now. You know. Because source is always going to be a much more potent energy than ego. So you don't have to ever figure things out or try to force things to work or happen. If you remain in your source, that's just way more powerful. You've got a feminine energy and spirit who's basically saying, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself such a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure. Whatever. So resonate with that how you do, you know. Yeah, that's it. You really are in your source, and your heart is singing. There's so much self-care, self-love, and new possibilities are just forming massively. All right, let's go into Sagittarius then. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh dear. I've taken a long time today. I'm only saying it because I know Gilbert needs to go out for a little mooch about. Okay. Something from the past being healed at this time on this full moon. You may purge. You probably want to slap me for saying that. But yeah, there's something being purged here. I sense it is to do with a relationship. Something from the past doesn't need to be here anymore. You don't need it anymore. It's being transmuted. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you except your soul and the memories that you've shared with those that you love. Well, you don't really even take the memories, really, but you do take the energy with you. So that's all that matters, isn't it? Energy. And you're obviously purging out the old energy and embodying a new true energy, your source, at this time. And you don't need it from anyone else out there. This is your own inner discovery. You got the Queen of Pentacles, so you know you've had to be very practical lately. You've had to be very grounded and very practical and just like do the things that were required, and that's really set you up well. It set you up very well. And you've got the Ace of Swords, which is victory, triumph. It's also a breakthrough. The picture is hilarious. Okay. So I won't talk about the picture, but I'm just going to say to you, it is a breakthrough. And it is a triumph for you. You are totally in your power. And a lot of stuff will be released on this full moon for you. I really sense such a breakthrough for you at this time. There's somebody connected to you that is not very stable. Oh no, hang on a minute. They're taking risks. Four of Pentacles reversed. They may take a risk. They may have addiction. Okay, with that card. They say I need to have more fun. Okay. Oh dear. So, well, you know, that's the thing. I think, really, if you want my honest opinion, I think this person wants to have fun with you. I think they want to have fun with you. I think sometimes they don't get it quite right and they're a bit unbalanced. But you are so solid and you're so in your power. You're making such breakthroughs at the moment that you've got more control over this than you realise. You know, somebody could be opening up to you. The wise advice from Guru: don't follow someone else's alignment. Okay, really important. You know, you might have spiritual friends that sort of, you know, they don't really approve of what you're doing or things like that. Or you might have friends that are sort of going down a road and you're just on a totally different road. Okay, you have to follow your alignment. And that's, your alignment might be changing. It might feel like it's changing all of the time. But it sort of is changing. But it's like, as we're purging off layers, you know, we're purging layers off the pain body and the ego. So every time we're purging, we're coming to a more closer alignment to our source. Each time. Boom, boom, boom. And it's a very gradual realignment thing. You know, and you probably know all this, but it's like a reminder. Spirit is obviously saying it for a reason. You've got to do your alignment in your time, you know, and eventually you fully self-realise back with source, and then you just got total alignment, you know. But it has to be in your own time and your own way. Yeah, you're making a breakthrough here. You are very centered. You've got a very good energy at the moment. You've got a feminine energy here in spirit. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. Okay, so you're shining a beautiful light at the moment, Sag. Really beautiful. You know, and your person can obviously feel it. I think that's why they go crazy for you. But you're more grounded with it now. You're not so crazy with your energy now. You're more grounded with it. It's more potent that way. Okay, so let's go into Scorpio. Scorpio, we have your full moon eclipse in Scorpio tomorrow. It's going to be a biggie, biggie, biggie. It's going to be very powerful. Very healing. This is your state of mind at the moment. Your state of mind is very healing at the moment. Something is healing for you. And it's helping your state of mind. How lovely. It's getting easier for you. It's getting easier for you to heal your mind. Embrace. Through each other we find the missing pieces. Gorgeous. Okay. So you may have noticed lately, like, certain things with a relationship that drove you crazy, or, you know, whatever. It's starting to make sense to you now, the road you've been on and why. And, you know, perhaps there's some gratitude there now, because it's like, it hasn't been very nice. But now I can see some rewards coming in, you know. It's like things were a bit stagnant for you and a bit like, oh God, is this really worth it? Is this worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Seven of Pentacles, you know. Spirit is saying, you know, you've got this Queen of Swords energy now. You're very serious at the moment. You are very serious. You are very clear. You're not going to waste your time chasing things. You are going to embody your source, and you are going to step forward in your power. You feel so much more healed. You feel so much more clear. You're so much more boundaried. And, you know, things are seriously healing for you. So you're direct. You're just so on your path. You are absolutely on your path. Your priorities, your way. Your person here, they've got the, we've got a few reversed here. It's not in reversed. I was just checking the deck because I've only just started using this deck again. I always use this sexual tarot around Beltane because it's the time of year here in the UK. It is a bit naughty, the deck, so I should have said that at the beginning because some of you might not have seen it. Yeah, Knight of Cups, right, in reversed. There's somebody here that may have been playing you, right? They may have been playing you, and you may be sort of waiting for them to arrive or something like that. It's either somebody that's been playing you, or it's somebody that you're sort of, I think they're thinking about making an arrival, but I think they're aware of your energy and they're like, how do I play this? How do I do this? Because they know that you mean business and you're not going to be mucked about. They are saying, I'm avoiding our connection. I just think this person is like, they know what you want and they know what you deserve, and they know it's at a point in the game where if they don't turn up with the goods in the proper way, really, it's a no-go. So this person's taking some time because they need to find themselves properly. And when they find themselves properly, I feel this person will approach. Like, I think you were already in your source, okay? And I think your person's going through that same process. Exploring the matrix delays consciousness, okay? It does. This is wise advice from Guru, right? Exploring in the matrix does delay consciousness because the matrix is the physical realm and it's an illusion to put us into samsara, to distract us, and we end up going down paths that aren't necessarily what our destiny is. So it is best, as much as you can, to, you know, it's more wise for all of us to just be more still and honour spirit and wait for spirit to bring us what is meant for us, you know. I think you know that now, and I think you're not really desperate for rushing anything. That's the sense I get. I feel like you're just going through such a deep transformation and you're actually quite happy with this transformation at the moment, and that's sort of your priority. Okay, you've got an amazing feminine energy and spirit here. I'm the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So you are going to receive money, abundance, okay? And it could even be love as well. Don't worry about abundance because you're coming into the vibration of abundance anyway. I can see that in these cards. So abundance is there already for you. And the more still you stay, the less you touch the matrix, the more abundant you are. I want to pass that on as well. Right, so we'll go into Pisces. Luckily Gilbert's still snoring away because I'm getting a bit late today for there's a couple of things I had to do and I've got a little bit late for him, so I'm glad he's still asleep. Probably because it's nearly the end of the week, so he does get a bit tired. Right, Pisces, yours energy is massively opening up here. Do you know, I get a sense of you really relaxing with this, like your state of mind is much more relaxed, much more open. Really nice, really open and relaxed. And embrace through each other, you find the missing pieces. So you are, I feel connected with somebody because the soulmate card's underneath. I feel like you're connected with somebody, okay? And, you know, it may have shut you down for a while, or you may have felt very tense about this connection. And now you're relaxing more. You're relaxing about relationships generally. You're relaxing about a lot of, probably relaxing just in yourself generally. You did feel stuck. Okay, you did feel stuck for quite some time. And there was temptations and all sorts going on. Right, but you've got 9 of Wands here. You persevering. You've just been persevering. And the Devil card is always a temporary state. It feels like we're stuck, or we're being controlled, or we've got an addiction, or we've got something going on that is not good. We're not feeling high vibrational when we're in that energy. And it just can feel, sometimes it can even feel like it's going on for quite some time. But there is progress now. With you persevering like you have been, you're now getting the rewards. 9 of Wands is a good card because it just shows that if you just keep doing what you're doing, if you keep doing what you're doing in the persevering right way, like the spiritual way, you're actually going to get a better outcome than if you took the road of the ego. You know, where with the ego we try to rush things, or we try different tactics. You know, can be fun, can also be really stressful. But I think you're taking the higher road now, and you're just persevering and working from a more spiritual place within yourself. And this is actually going to reap you more rewards. Your person's got the Chariot card. They're going through some kind of initiation at the moment. They're also doing some shadow work, and very successfully too. So they are releasing some karma here. They're getting a better balance, and things are progressing for them. They may be thinking about moving or travelling, but at the same time, I would say that this person will want progress with you. And they've got the card here, I'm going to give you an offer soon. So something's going on here for Pisces. Oh dear. Let's have a look at your wise advice from Guru for you. Accept what Spirit wants for you. I think that's probably what you have learnt to do lately, because you're now relaxing, and now you sort of now feel more relaxed. And it's like, oh, that when you start to relax, that's kind of confirmation that you've finally accepted. You know, and it means you're deeper in your source. You finally got more trust in Spirit. So yeah, just keep persevering in the higher vibrational manner. That's going to get you what you want. Okay, so your Spirit guides, you've got a feminine energy here. We're getting a lot of feminine energies coming out today. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So now that you've asked the angels for help, it might not be the angels, but whoever, just be open. Be open. So they're kind of trying to say to you, yes, you are open with this first card, you know. You are more relaxed. Your energy is more relaxed. Your energy is more open. And you are accepting. And if you carry on doing these things and you're just a bit patient, you're going to receive. You're going to receive something very, very good. Okay? So that's the message, Pisces. Just hang in there, because you're going to get something very good. And you're not really going to have to do an awful lot to get it. It's actually more if you keep your vibration high that you're more likely to get it. So, all right. And I do think it is something to do with a soulmate, but obviously it could be something else. Let's go into Cancer. Oh, lovely. Spirit Dancer. This card came out for Aries. Okay, this is liberation, freedom, feeling free to express yourself, feeling in your source. And when you're in your source, you can fly, you know, because everything is just flowing from the source. Such a good energy to be in. Really lovely. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and I love you. Somebody really does like you. That is confirmation. You know? They're crazy about you. Yeah. So you've got the King of Cups. You've been very protected at the moment to go through a rebirth. Yeah, because you've got the Death card, which is, I mean, this, geez, you know, this full moon in Scorpio is going to be massive. It's going to be one of the most intense full moons that we've had for a while. Because it's in Scorpio, because it's an eclipse. And you've got the King of Cups. You're very protected and guided by Spirit at the moment. Because they want you to go through this whole process. I feel it's like a death of the ego. I feel like there's the death of some old stuff you were doing that you don't need to do anymore, and you're gonna come out of this much more free, much more settled in yourself, much more relaxed, much more faithful in spirit, that actually things are unfolding for me. They're unfolding for me. All right, it's taking a bit longer, but it's okay, because I know they're unfolding for me. And the more I stay in my true energy, in my source, it's unfolding better, rather than keep going into my ego and running around feeling very tense like crazy. Pulls me out of alignment, and then how can Spirit do what Spirit needs to do? There is definitely something really good happening here for Cancer. Your person's got the 9 of Cups. I mean, this person, they feel good in themselves, and they do feel like they're in quite a good position generally now. But then also, I would say they feel really good when they're with you. They're feeling better in themselves, which is a really good sign, and you're also feeling better in yourself, which is a really good sign. You know, because then when you've got two people that come together in a better energy, like this much, well, you can imagine. There's something going on. They're saying I'm ignoring other people. There's definitely something going on. You know? I don't know what's going on, but there's something going on here between you and somebody else. And I can honestly say to you that if you just let it unfold and just be a little bit, you've probably been really patient already, but just be a little bit more. Yeah, you do not have to be stuck in attachment. I think this is what the rebirth might be about for some of you. That you're not stuck in attachment. I feel like you might have purged so much of the inner child out through all of the disappointments you've had in love, that you've burnt off so much pain body now. It's like you're sitting more centered in yourself, in your source. So you sort of got to a point where, and this is difficult for Cancerians because we do love relationships, and you know, we love that feeling of nurturing somebody and also being nurtured back. But I feel for our soul family, it's like we've got to a point where we don't actually need an attachment. we're actually really free and we're really flowing from source. It's taken me ages to get to that point, and you know, it's only really just happening now, but now it is happening. It's really great. And your person's got the same sort of energy. It's like they're happier. So there's nothing here about being stuck or stressed by each other. It's coming to a much better level of just like, I don't know, you know, I'm here, I feel good, I'm over there, I feel good. You know, we both feel good. And all you've got to do is just keep feeling good. That's what Abraham Hicks says, isn't it? Just keep feeling good. Keep feeling good. And things come. So what is it that you desire right now? Visualize it. It will come about. You've got a feminine energy and spirit supporting you to stay in higher vibrations, because negativity will block your progress. So you may notice that you are a lot more positive at the moment, and that your vibration feels a lot lighter. And it is because they wanted to free you from that feeling that you had to get your happiness from a relationship. And Cancer's breaking through this on this full moon massively. It's like the last little remnants leaving us to do with attachment or feeling needy, and that's getting released on this full moon. And then we're channeling all our love from source. So there's someone in spirit though definitely helping us to do this, and that's why it might feel at the moment like it's a bit easier, because you've got the King of Cups as well, which is indicating there's somebody in spirit helping. So somebody in spirit is helping you with this transformation and rebirth into your own self-love, where you're so happy, so positive. You're now mirroring your person who equally is able to do that. Something is going to manifest that you desire, but it's just key that they're helping you to stay in this higher vibration thing. I have to say it's a much happier time for Cancer at the moment. So if you need a reading, if you're not finding it happy, if you're finding it tough, or I don't know, you're confused, you know, just book in for a reading, book in for a session. You know, I'm here. And you know, you can also buy the deck if you're abroad. It doesn't cost too much extra to send. Okay, it really doesn't. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for sharing, and have a lovely Friday and weekend. Peace.